gonna be part two, y'all, for witches in your family. So as I was leaving off, I was saying that when I went to a Florida trip with my grandfather to go visit my dad, we all packed up and got food. I got food. I don't know about them. We all packed up. I brought my Visa card, and I guess they were supposed to accommodate my aunt to help her, my grandfather's daughter, for food. Now, mind you, children is children. When you're in a hot, sweaty ass car and you don't have too much circulation going on, a child is going to get hot and dehydrated. So the whole time that we was in the trip, the Wicked Witch, which is my granddad's wife, she was holding out on things. So she wanted me to pay for unnecessary shit for the Florida trip. And I'm not going to put my aunt out on blast. They knew that my aunt was there, not to, I'm not going to call her name out because I'm not going to do that. That's not professional to do that. That she didn't have enough money to feed her daughter. My aunt didn't have enough money to feed her daughter. And I brought my card. I guess the deal was to lean on me for me to provide it. I'm like this. I had provided enough. I gave enough gas reimbursement, which was I contributed to the trip, far as me saying, okay, well, I'll provide snacks and chips and water and stuff to help out because I have a card. So mind you, I'm helping out, and this woman is basically a penny pincher. The Wicked Witch, my grandfather's wife, she wanted to use me the whole entire trip. Then went back and made a mockery and said those children was being disobedient and my kids wasn't behaving themselves. That's not the truth. The truth is a child is not going to be bunched up sitting in no goddamn car. You got a small ass car. I'm thick. Y'all know I'm thick. I'm not big as hell, but I'm a BBW. And my children was squeezed in the middle. Then you got another little girl, which is my aunt's daughter and her daughter. And you got a bunched up ass small car and hot as fuck going down south. So you supposed to always have something cool to drink. So what I did was, before I left out, I prepared sandwiches and whatnot. And I did everything to be, to get to that point to help out. But this woman, after the trip was over, she made lies. I'm telling you, there's witches in your family, man. You just have to watch out for people to make up lies on you. Then she didn't even offer my aunt and her daughter anything to eat. So before the trip ended, y'all, I made sure that I went to a local Walmart and got some lunch meat till we get back in town. So I made sure we had lunch meat and to get back in town, and it was pretty much clear that in the end of the trip, I told my aunt, you can have that potato salad, because we brought potato salad from Walmart, which I don't eat that shit like that, because the potato salad from Walmart is pretty not down south home. So I gave her that, and I was like, make sure you get that girl some Cola-Tree. Before the trip could even end, the little girl, I kid you not, my aunt's daughter was sweaty. She was yelling, I'm hot. I'm hot. And my son was nice enough, and my kids, and even me, was nice enough to give the little girl some water. And she was complaining about being hot. So the Wicked Witch wife, my grandfather's wife, would always, every time we stopped to go do a drink or go get something to eat, sit outside. Y'all can sit outside and eat that. It's 90 fucking degrees outside, and you telling somebody to eat their cereal outside. It's 100 degrees out this motherfucker, bitch, and you telling people to eat outside. Are you crazy? You supposed to have all of that done, taken care of. That's why I'm telling y'all YouTubers, it be witches in your motherfucking family. And they will make the innocent person look bad, like the person didn't do no wrong. I'm telling y'all, man, It is witches in your family. It's people in your family that will try to hurt you, but they'll do it in another way so that you won't be so suspicious of knowing that they're doing it. You leave kids in a hot ass car for, it's all right for a parent to do what they have to do, but you use the motherfucker. Because if you knew we would ride with children, you should have already had that done. You made that little girl stand outside, just like you try to tell my kids to eat cereal in 100-degree, 90-degree weather down south, knowing it's hot. They can spit up, get sick, and go through what they're going through. I don't understand why my grandfather stayed married to that bitch that long. You don't do people like that. I understand you don't want them to eat in your car because you don't want to get your car messy. But you shouldn't be letting a person eat in no hot ass weather by no car. I don't give a fuck who she is. So they claim, oh, their kids was bad. No, my kids was frustrated in the hot ass car. And that other little girl, she was crying because it was hot. Are you fucking kidding me? Witches in your family, man. You got to be careful, man, who you let in your life. You have to be careful who you marry. And my grandfather, to tell you the fucking truth, YouTube, he married a motherfucking witch. Plain and simple. End of story. You don't do kids like that. Kids are the future. Kids are the world. You don't treat nobody child like that. You don't do that. You don't. It's a shame. It's a hot ass degrees outside. Hot as ass. And you got people outside eating cereal in a 90-degree weather. And with milk sour on your stomach, you can get sick. So yeah, she's a witch. So what I'm saying to you people, man, be careful who you allow in your life, who you let come in your life, who you want to come into your life. Whether y'all like this YouTube video or not, it's the truth. It is the goddamn truth. You don't treat children like that. You don't. Hell, I wouldn't even treat a goddamn dog like that. 90-degree goddamn weather and you got children outside eating cereal in a heat. Then you put them back in a hot ass car, a sweat box. So she's talking about, we not going to take her kids no more. No, because me and my kids don't allow the fuckery. We see the fuckery. She's a witch. And if nobody else in the family don't see that, then I don't have no other words to tell you. She's a witch. And my grandfather has just been with her because he feels it's convenient and he have no other way. But every 6 months, these motherfuckers are getting evicted from their places because they can't keep rent. But she's supposed to be so educated and college bound. I mean, this is the kind of shit people do. Witches, y'all got to stop trusting everybody, man. Witches can be in your family and you will never know it. Actions speak louder than words. A person can talk all day long, but their actions can really do some damage, man. Actions speak louder than words. I done got my YouTube thing going on again, but I hope this video made some sense to some of y'all. Be careful who you let in your life. And don't ever take no man or no woman first, because your family come first. When there's witches in your family, don't look at cartoons and think because they ride brooms or they're putting on hats or black. Witches come in all disguises. Devils come in all disguises. They do. Some people will have a wool over their eyes and have a blindfold because they can't see it. But when she left them children in a hot car and was supposed to provide for my aunt to help my aunt, I had to help my aunt. And it was like me carrying on an extra mouth to feed. Even though I didn't mind because that's my family, they took her on the trip, which she wasn't supposed to go because she had some type of job force or resume or job fair she was supposed to went, but she ducked the job fair because her lazy ass was too trifling to go, so she hopped on the bandwagon to go to the trip. Well, we're not going to talk about her. We talk about the witch of the wicked witch of the West, my grandfather's wife. She was the one who left everybody in their hat. And my grandfather is like a 70, 80-year-old man. He shouldn't even be in no heat like that. So about time we get back, she sounded like she was frustrated. My grandfather was frustrated in the beginning because he knew what she was doing. So he tried to put us out his car because he was mad. But all in all, once he realized it, when we came back, she was frustrated because she was mad because I put her fucking funky ass on blast. Now, the next time she think about seeing me, she might get her ass whooped from somebody in the family. Be careful, people. Witches in your family. Talk to you soon. More videos to come.